And we're back with our next match. You're still here with the Overlap Cup number 2, brought to you by Vortec Academy. We have 4 teams to qualify tonight, and right now you're about to find out one of them. We've got a number of players in now, one orange side and one blue side, just as always. And our first one up is going to be Danquo. You just saw them play against now Lai Shoguns. So, a lot of guys in here with some big egos, big plays, and a lot on the line here as well. So I expect to see a bit out of Squiggly, as he's already been talking a bit in chat. So still with me is Addy Maestro as we head into this.
Hello.
Who do you think is going to take this one, Addy?
After last time, Danquo. I didn't have time to give my opinion, Gex. I was just trying to think who's going to win this. As Hassim with some very good kick-up.
They made you answer Danquo. I like it.
Yeah. After last game, I was gonna say Danquo looks very promising, but I haven't seen much from Lai Shogun, so I don't want to count them out just yet. Even though they've gone down in this game.
Now Squiggly looking to bring one back, and that's an early goal, but Danquo's going to have to keep up the pressure to hold that. This is a fairly high-quality team here, Lai Shoguns, as Hassim putting on the pressure, though, looking like they want a second one pretty quickly in this series, actually. And Hassim chasing that up again. Clawsy going to get under that and send it out a corner, but does make it back into that corner as Squiggly tries to come through, can't quite get under it as well. Squiggly now going to redirect that well downfield as Clawsy hangs back a little, does come in, gets a good 50, comes up to backboard. Hassim gets it off that backboard. Third man comes up and is now out of position as Squiggly gets a nice touch. Clawsy reads it well on the board and cannot quite get the pass back from his teammate as Fisio. Open net has the dribble and will take it home.
What a cool dribble from his own half there. Practically from his own corner it was, yeah. He got a lucky challenge there from a 50. Double commit from Lai Shoguns. And then he got an open goal. Yes, correct me if I'm wrong. From my observation, have Danquo increased their tempo of play? They seem a bit quicker in the past minute.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't really surprise me that much. I mean, we mentioned that Hassim and Raftoang are both fairly new to streamed, casted series. And when you're going up against names that you recognize and you're new in that scene, it can be really daunting. It slows you down, makes you hesitate that little bit when you know that the team you're up against is really good. And while there is definitely no slouch in players like Squiggly, Bunny Dummy, and Clawsy, maybe it's just those names that have triggered a little bit more confidence. Maybe it's just having already won a game on stream. But I think that Danquo is coming into this with a little bit more confidence, and it's giving them the ability to not hesitate and come into this much faster. You're absolutely right.
That was a good demo there, as we were talking about that far. Lai Shoguns, that demo didn't lead to a goal, but that clearance did. Claws very quick to read that off the side wall, gets a good dunk, and Squiggle puts it under the keeper. Very good accuracy there. 2-1, and they're leading again.
Yeah, quick decision by Squiggly there, actually. I think it was Fisio in goal there. He actually tried to pre-jump a high touch, which would normally be the play there, and as the pre-jump came out, it became a little bit readable, and just that quick decision to go low with the shot guarantees that goal. So it's a good decision to make at that point in time. Fisio now up, trying to look for a third, as Danquo dangerously close to finding it as well. Bunny Dummy chasing this out, does find the boost at the very least as Squiggly gets one away. Dangerous position again for Lai Shoguns as Fisio gets under this. Bunny Dummy 50s it away from him. He should be able to keep ball control. Goes towards goal. Clawsy just back in time, and Fisio cannot find the touch.
Fisio's 50s and challenges are so good right now. He's winning almost all of them. Ooh, and as I say that, he can't get back in time. A long send down by Bunny. Raftoang just passes it to him.
Yeah, that is...
Scores it from his own goal.
I mean, that's rolling around long ground the entire length of the pitch. Still went in at 93k an hour. That's a hell of a pinch.
and they're back in the game. So, like I said, I don't want to count these guys out yet, even though Danquo have won their previous game. Another good chance there for Squiggly as he misses it, and Fisio will save a weak shot for a cause.
Fisio now takes care of that ball, tries to actually get under it for an air dribble, can't quite make it happen as Raftawang now sends it to the corner. Gonna have to back up as Fisio, third man, sends it to the ceiling, gets a pass to Hassium, comes off backboard as Raftawang actually takes a shot, but Clausey and Squiggly able to drive that away out to midfield quickly. Back on attack again. Fisio gets it over the top of Bunny but can't find the angle. Little bit of a whiff out of his second, and there will be no goal out of that attempt.
That was a high IQ save, I'd say, from Bunny as he back flips to the behind him. I don't think Fisio was ready for that touch. A counter attack didn't lead to anything as after and gets a save. Back to the center, Claus with a good shot. I think Bunny saved that, unfortunately, as Claus shot it, and Bunny was landing on the ball. He's it here.
Yeah, I mean, you want to hope that that was just something messed up after some good communication, but it almost seemed like that was a snap decision to go for that shot. And yeah, absolutely did save it, unfortunately. Now Bunny under it again, trying to find retribution for that one, and they'll find it. What a passing play. Very short range pass there. The fake out at the beginning there just dashes in, actually finds it after the pass after just a tiny hesitation. Fakes out the first defender and banged over the head of the second by Clausey.
Yeah, Bunny timed that pass to perfection. He passed at the right moment. Just waiting for Claus to score, and like you said, bangs it over the goalkeeper. Very good decision making there, in fact, by Bunny.
Fisio actually goes under that open goal for a moment, but nobody actually expected that whiff, so nobody's here to capitalize on the mistake. Unfortunately for this blue side, Shogun's now still in this 3-2, looking like they might actually take the first game here after a fairly strong start. It's been a tumultuous game, but they will take the victory in this first one. Blue team, Shoguns will take the first match.
They, like I said, I don't want to count these guys out, and they showed why they're forced to be reckoned with in this game. Interesting that they went down first though, Gex. It was Danquo open to scoring, but Shoguns countered them, and they took the lead back after the comeback.
Yeah, I mean, I hesitate to say that Shogun started strong because, I mean, realistically they didn't. They took a little bit, and Danquo came in with a lot of confidence on that one. You mentioned how much faster they were playing in that game, and it was absolutely right. And they came into that they were just rolling off their previous victory, and quite quickly Shogun was able to at least settle that excitement down on Danquo's side. Were able to get 3 goals away and put that game away for themselves. So they did really well to come back into that very strong, and they're going to come into the second one and try and take in some momentum of their own, I'm sure.
What's interesting is the stats. I love the stats game on the Rocket League. Both teams had 7 shots each, but one team took them more. Is that interesting stat there, Gex, that one team can convert better than the other one?
Yeah, we saw that last series, and it's been actually a fairly consistent thing in series last night as well from this orange side. They've had some issues with it, and they've had some victories with it, but it does seem to be where, generally speaking, the team with the higher pressure scores the most, but coming out here, this team seems to inspire the goal shot percentage to be the winning factor.
And they need to continue that goal shot percentage in this game if they want to take the series. So far, so well for them. But I don't know how this game's gonna go, Gex, because Danquo could easily just get 1-0 in the series.
Yeah, and
they try.
And in the series against the Broskis, it kind of went one way or another quite hard. I mean, across the across the Claw Z. It will take that off of a vicious demo onto Fisio, I believe it was actually.
Yeah, it was
Bunny
Fisio.
just absolutely sniping it.
Once again, that was Bunny providing to Claus, just like last game. Good pass back and then a clutch demo, giving Claus an open goal. So Bunny looks like he's looking out for his teammates instead of going for stuff himself.
And now, Squiggly takes that down. Hassium under the ball now, flicks well over Bunny there actually. Claw Z can't find the touch, but it is safe in the corner as Bunny gets bumped down. Fisio looks for that backboard, can't find the dunk on the defender off that backboard. Does get cleared away to the corner for safety again, opposite corner this time as Squiggly puts it out to midfield. Hassium with a little bit of a whiff, low on the ground there. Raftoang will take it up on the orange side now as Bunny snipes that away from him. Just the speed coming out now. This blue side opportunity opening up for Lai Shogun. It goes quickly back the other side. Claw Z, the rotation is there. Bunny back as well. Now Bunny onto that, sends it high, comes off ceiling, but only just. Claw Z will put it away with a great small touch right at the end.
Once again, gets his Bunny to Claw Z. These two are on the same wavelength for this team. Bunny's vision was phenomenal there, spotting Claw Z's positioning, and Claw Z with an easy open goal. 2-0 to Lai Shoguns.
And the only reason they got that one is because of not making a mistake that the Broskis were consistently making. They would get peppered by goals and be able to defend really, really well, and then when that finally broke, go, alright, everybody go to boost. Leave the goal open and not rotate back. Almost happened there, and Lai Shoguns covered it really, really well. They recovered their rotation, 2 back, managed to push that out, and it was those 2 players who ran it downfield and scored.
I think that comes back to the point you were saying that Danquo playing a bit quicker this game, but maybe that's being against them in this series. The pressure is... You could say that the Danquo has put enough pressure. What? Lai Shoguns has pressure with good, calm play. This was Claw Z to Bunny this time, and Bunny gets a goal. Like I said, same wavelength there. Bunny and Claw Z together are superb.
Yeah, some great shots coming out of them, but clearly the skill of this Lai Shogun's team is starting to overwhelm this orange side a little bit here. I mean, it's starting to become quite difficult for Danquo to clear out and have consistent rotations, and that's something that over the last 2 nights I've seen them do very well. So for Lai Shogun to be putting them under the gun so much that their rotations are suffering, they have to be doing quite well here, and 3-0 scoreline is well deserved.
But I think that comes down to them making more mistakes today than they were making yesterday, as they're trying to get back into the game, but they are leaving more spaces open in defense by doing that. So if they increase the tempo, what Lai Shoguns have done is slow it down themselves. They aren't rushing anything yet, as you've noticed. They're taking their own time, trying to get some passing going, trying to get some spaces open, get some demos going.
Oh.
Very methodical play.
And there it is again. The
there
demo
you go, like I was
out.
saying.
Yeah, that demo actually really perfect timing, because that was the 3rd man back, but he was also the shot taker. So both other players were looking to back him up and not rotating back. The demo and that final man, the man that should have been able to take the shot, opens up the field and creates the open goal opportunity where there shouldn't have been one.
Did you notice something? Bunny had an open goal and he still chose to pass it to his teammate? I love that. He was so unselfish there. He gets really useful in the series.
That's something that often amongst the big league players you don't see that much, and sometimes it can be quite frustrating seeing the ego of a player override the welfare of their own team. Sometimes, even when you're fairly sure of a goal, there is a safer play by going for a pass, and a clip isn't everything if you're going to risk losing that game.
Yeah, sometimes you do need that team play instead of that ego, like you said. And Bunny is so unselfish. I think he knows what he's doing, that's why. He can trust his teammates with anything. Ooh. Oh, not with that though. He can't trust him with the save as Raftoang Just sends one down the side wall. Good control, good recovery, and a very powerful shot from that angle, I would say.
Yeah, Raftoang, like you said, really good control, but yeah, there was a mistake on the blue side there. Lai Shogun's putting that away for him, but there was no options left. He had so much power and control over that the goal was basically guaranteed by that point. So, I mean, just really well worked on there to get that goal out by Raftoang.
But I don't think that matters in this series, as it's a 4-1 lead as Quigley going for a clip now, tries to get a pinch off a very insane angle.
I mean, as much as passing plays are nice, you can go for a solo clip when you're up 4-1 and there's 10 seconds left on the clock. And Squiggly can't quite make it happen either. Looking to back pass it now as he's not in a position to shoot, but will go to ground. And second game will go to Lai Shoguns.
They're up 2-0 in this series, and if they win one more, I'd say it's a surprising win, because I think Danquo would be the favorites coming to this game, because they just beat Broskis. But the performance shown by Lai Shoguns, super impressive. They had more shots, they had more saves. Like, the team play was on point, the demos, positioning, everything was just outperforming Danquo's side.
Yeah, I've had my eye on Bunny for a while. He's a really great player, and he works so well with Squiggly as well. They're a really well composed team, this one, and the more they play together, the better they seem to become. There's really they haven't hit the point of diminishing returns for this team yet, as far as increasing in skill goes. And every time I see them, there's something else that surprises me about this team. And today, it's just the ability to, and you mentioned it earlier, slow it down. Like you said, Danquo tried to speed it up, and their response: slow it down, play smarter, just take better touches, better shots. And it's really come out very well. They're not relying purely on mechanics, they're using their heads.
They are, as a demo once again, that was from Squiggly, trying to set up his team once again, not looking for himself, but trying to set up opportunities for his team. As a shot from the other team, Danquo, Fisio this time sends one in, off of a good pass by Hassium. Bunny couldn't recover.
Yeah, I think Bunny might have actually been out of boost. There's no way you wouldn't go for that if you had boost, surely. Unless there was a miscommunication there, but yeah, not the perfect way to let that one go in right off the bat. Raftoang now looking for his teammate again, or at least a goal, but nothing's going to come out of it. Squiggly going to get on top of that, tries to get the read on that touch up high from Fisio, but Bunny will be able to bat that away on the backboard. Clawsy now running up the field for that boost as Raftoang comes in. Not going to be able to find the goal as it's blocked away from him. Bunny comes up, good flick, will send that high. It was actually a brilliant pass to Hassium. He couldn't find the angle, but nearly found by Raftoang as he gets saved away by Squiggly.
That was super close, and Squiggly, I think, panicked there, but he got a good save off just in time. Defensive error after defensive error. I think that whiff from Hassium turned out in their favor, but they couldn't convert it.
We're seeing them do quite well on attack, but it does seem like they're not able to just keep the same pace as last game. I mean, Lai Shoguns really took their time on everything, and it seems like the answer to that from Danquo was, you know what, let's just go faster. They can't go slow if we just force them to go faster as well. And that seems to be what they're doing, and it's kind of getting to their heads. It's breaking the defensive positioning a little bit, and has opened up a number of opportunities. Only one goal so far, nearly two, as Raftoang puts that onto crossbar. But yeah, just the speed coming out of this is opening up opportunities, and sooner or later it will result in a goal if they can keep it up.
Like I said, getting into their heads looks like the situation here. The mind games is important in Rocket League as well. If you can't outsmart your opponents, get into their heads, force some errors, it's gonna be in your favor. You can capitalize on that. But Danquo so far, like you said, forcing Lai Shoguns to be a little bit quicker And that has resulted in a lot of misses from their side, as Bunny once again didn't get a touch there.
Raftoang with not a lot of boost tries to take that slow on wall, but Clausey actually comes up from behind him on wall, forces that back down to the floor where he can get a pass off. Clausey again in corner, great work just stopping dead and letting the player 50 it off of him instead. Now that's going to go up above the defender, the third man as well who came up for that. Raftoang is available above him and just slams it down to the goal. That's a great passing play off of this Danquo side, and 2 up. This is looking like a dominating game from them.
Yeah, that time Squiggly had no boost, so he couldn't save it. Once again, going back to the point of their being forced to play, and they can handle that right now. As Danquo taking a 2-goal lead, very impressive from them. Good fight back shown here. Know that they're 2-0 down, they know they need to get a win to be in this series, and they have.
Hassium actually demoed by Bonnie now as Fissio is forced back into the corner for defense. Bonnie will get a great little touch. Just redirects that a little higher into the left and does beat out that final defender coming in there. There was panic.
What a shot.
And they will put it away and bring this game 1 closer to being evened up again. They're only down by 1 at this point.
That was such a good finish though, Gex. Bonnie just shot it where he needed to, where it couldn't be saved. And if you notice, that was once again a team play between Claus and Bunny. They're making this team a 2-man team right now, as much as they want to say it. Squiggly's just a bystander at this point.
Now Raph can take this back to the corner so that he can grab the boost. Has enough to chase this as well. Will he be able to get a read? No, as that goes to a pass to Clausey. Pinched on the ceiling away as a pass to Squiggly. Actually a little bit of an open net there as Bunny scrambles back in time. Takes it to the wall, but it gets batted away to the opposite corner. Squiggly now backing the goal. Fissio doesn't get the touch he wants as that banks off the ceiling and comes very short. Raftoang gets to it finally, but Squiggly is up high waiting for that touch. Bunny now in corner, looking desperately for that clear. They need a goal in this final minute of the game to even this up and take this one as Clausey, it's under this now, dribbling over Fissio, gets the dunk as Squiggly comes up, sets that up, it's dead in front of goal. The bumps on Clausey will make sure that Fissio can get to that first, and there's no goal to even this out with 30 seconds left. They are still down by 1, and Shogun need that goal now.
That dead ball was so crucial there, Gex. My heart was in my mouth. I thought they had the goal, but no one showed up to that dead ball, even though it was open. And here comes another shot by Fissio, saved by Squiggly this time. But I have to say, that was their chance to be back in this game, Gex.
Yeah, absolutely, and with 5 seconds left, it's going to have to be a 0-second goal. After the buzzer, which has gone now, it's going to come down, gets sent well up. Off the ground, Hassium tries to put that down to ground. Clausey is there. Bunny gets a nice touch. He's bumped away though. Squiggly can still keep it high. Clausey gets a pass up.
Boost.
Goes high. Squiggly has the boost. He's under it, but Fissio will beat him to it. It will go to ground. An orange team. That will be Danquo taking 1 game away from them now. They are still in this one.
But they came so close to getting back into the game, Gex. That was at the end. Heart in the mouth moment, nail biting, but nah, like you said, they're back in the series, 2-1.
Yeah, I mean, they're still on match points. Remembering here that this 3 matches is a win in a best of 5, so still a good opportunity here for Shoguns, but Danquo, like you said, back in the game. Only needing 2 wins now to make it happen seems a lot more realistic than 3 in a row, and that might give them the confidence they need to get back in this thing and take the 2 more wins they need.
Going back to the stats, Gex, Squiggly, even though he didn't score the goals, he was such a defensive stalwart that he had 5 saves that game, allowing Claus and Bunny to be more open. So, like I said, maybe he was a bystander, but he's a bystander in defense, being very solid. And I hope he can continue that for his team so they can win this series.
Yeah, that's upfield as Bunny sends that high. He gets bumped, but not before he can get a pass off to the center, where Squiggly Gets control. Fisio now looking for the air dribble. Actually gets a flip reset on that. Will send to the backboard, but Rathdoing actually bumped in the process. Going for that. Hassium will get a nice touch there. Only one to beat. Can't quite make it happen as Squiggly does get a massive clear down the other end. Squiggly now into the corner. Looks for that center. Comes off cleanly, but Fisio will be able to get it away.
Bunny has a chance. He gets to the backboard shot. Here comes Claus again. Easy save for Hassium. It just goes straight down to him. Claus once again hits the post. Good pressure here from Lai Shogun, but they couldn't convert it, as here comes Danquo on the other side.
Now Squiggly can get under this nicely as Fisio. Now, nice little reverse aerial there. Actually turns on that, cuts rotation beautifully, but the shot is just off. That crossbar being brutal as the fourth defender on the Lai Shogun's side will save them from going down by the first goal here. Now Rathdoing will be able to put it away though, and once again Danquo up by 1.
Such a solid assist by Fisio here. Look at that car control to get the ball straight to Rathdoing off that corner bounce. Superb passing play there, and they take the lead. Fisio showing his playmaking ability there.
Clausy wins that kickoff, but Fisio on it immediately. Bunny sends that away to the corner as it goes out for a center. Clausy will be able to clear it away again. Finally, off the backboard of the orange wall as Bunny actually looked like he might have been able to find that one. Sent it to wall a second time though. Clausy up, actually going to take another shot at this as Squiggly will send that up center, but that is a 90-degree pass. It's way too much for anybody to be able to get to. Opens up his own net, unfortunately, and that'll be a goal for Fisio.
The power on that was just enough to beat Bunny there. He needed to get over him, and he did. And this time, Fisio scoring. So he's been a very quick player compared to like Shogun, who's reading every missed touch and every missed passes and capitalizes himself. As here comes Hassium trying to fake it, and fakes it beautifully as he flicks it in Gex. As Claus again, very awkward touch there, straight to Hassium. Hassium taking his time, and Bunny can't reach it. 3 goals.
Yeah, 3 goals is a situation that Lai Shoguns should remember. They had it only 1 game ago, and we're able to almost even it up as well. So, you know, there's enough time for them to do that again in this series. But 3 up is a dominating victory the vast majority of the time. Squiggly with a brilliant squishy save comes out there.
Very good plays by Lai Shogun, who's still in the game. 2.5 minutes is enough time mathematically to score 3 goals, Gex. So I don't want to count them out just yet, but it looks like we will be going to game number 5 if this continues. I'm super excited to see what happens.
Yeah, I mean, you never want to go completely on the defensive, because if you're stuck on defense, your only option is to try and save potential shots. The more shots there are, the more chances that you're going to get scored on. However, when you're up by 3, it actually becomes a more and more viable option, because the less time is on the board, less possible shots could come out at all, and a 3-0 lead is fairly dominating. So defensive might be the game here for this orange side. Danquo looking fairly confident right now as 1 minute 30 on the clock.
Like, you know the saying how it goes, you miss one of the shots you don't take. And they've missed all the shots because they haven't taken much. Lai Shoguns have had 4 shots compared to Danquo's 8. That's surprising, Gex, because they were the offensive teams in the past games, and it's turned on its head right now.
Yeah, it's it definitely seems like they're on the run almost from a very strong Danquo team. But you know, we saw them warm up last night. Every match they got better, and Fisio just putting one away there, showing us again what these guys are made of. I mean, yeah, it's a capitalization on a fairly major mistake, but the mistakes are coming out because these guys just don't know what to do against Danquo, who are so strong right now.
I think, like you said, they've gone into their heads. They were confident, and then they broke their confidence by playing so solid. And whoa, what a save by Ficio there! I think he had to stall his car on the floor to get that save. Such a good performance coming out from Ficio this game. He has 720 points, guys. He's well clear of this whole series. Oh.
I'm loving seeing Raph go for shots and set up because he's using his air roll so much. I mean, the mechanics coming out of this guy is nuts. Hassim cleaning that up really, really nicely. And 38k an hour is not particularly fast goal, but the bounce coming off of that is the only reason it didn't get saved right at that last second. And what a passing play it was.
Yeah, this whole team's mechanical ability is so good. All three of them have something in them that they can create. They can create something out of nothing, as they says. Here comes another chance from Ficio. Hassim is there once again. Like I said, Ficio, such good car control to get the ball over the goalkeeper. Hassim. Good positioning. 6-0, and that's surprising to me, Gex. I didn't think it would be this one-sided.
Yeah, I mean, I look for as much positive to say as possible, but when you get to 6-0, just completely unanswered goals, you just have to look at the mistakes now coming out of Lai Shoguns. I mean, this should not happen from a team who was fairly well dominant in the early games of this series. They get 7-0. This shouldn't happen in a game this level. This should not happen to players at the level of Bunny Dummy, Squiggly, and Claw Z. This is a brutal demolition of a high-ranking team.
Very surprising to see because they were 2-0 up in the series and they were comfortably up, if I say so. And here are Danquo, who replied aggressively, scoring 7. He said this shouldn't happen. The mistakes that Lai Shoguns made was surprising to see because they weren't making these mistakes just a game ago. Just a game ago, they were solid.
And I've seen the word in chat, but burnout, I think, is what it is. I mean, these guys feel like they're burnt out, and they have spent a lot of energy on this series already. They've played very, very well, but it just seems like they've given all they had that one. So there is one more match in this. We're going to go to our game 5, and it's looking like it could be the reverse sweep fairly easily, even from the Danquo side. And that's exciting for them, but man, Lai Shoguns needs to watch what they're doing right now.
That's a very good point you make. Burnout is so overlooked sometimes in some games. There really is a factor of endurance from teams. You may play well in the first 2 games, but if you can't keep that pressure up, that skill up, you're going to lose and you're going to get swept on. And 12 shots, if I add from Danquo, 12. Ficio almost had 1,000 points that game. That's how clear and well he was playing.
Yeah, 1,000 points was deserved. I mean, it was only maybe deserved because of the amount of mistakes being made, though. And I really, really don't want to see a game like that again out of a team like Lai Shoguns. These guys, I've seen them perform. I've seen them perform at the absolute top level. These guys, at their best, should beat Danquo any day of the week, and yet here they are, having gone head-to-head, evened up now, and lost the last match 7-0, just completely unanswered. That is unacceptable for a team of this level, but I know they have it in them to make this back. If they can overcome that last match, if they can get that defeat out of their head, if they can get one goal early in this and snowball off that, I think they can still take this series. And, maybe going off the early games they should, but not off that last one. So they really, really need to come back strong on this.
I really hope it's not burnout, though. I just hope that it's just some sort of mental block that they've been facing that past game. And I do hope that they score first just to get some momentum going for their side and just to get a confidence boost after losing 7-0. That's demoralizing at that point. And I really hope they score first.
If anybody in chat is hearing an echo, apparently we are having a slight problem with audio at the moment, but it is being looked into, so bear with us on that one. Technical issues are a specialty amongst streams, so you know what? we'll get it fixed as soon as we can. But you'll just have to put up with it for now as we go into this next one, our last one for this series. And hopefully the gameplay is enough that my echo doesn't bother you.
I don't mind your echo, Gex. I would love to hear more from you if that helps you.
2 Gex voices, that's what does it for you. All right. More Gex voices, that's the request, Mito. We'll see what we can do for you. We'll send these guys in as soon as we can. A little bit of packet loss coming through from Squiggly at the moment. They're just waiting to see if they can fix it up, but looks like we will be going in as soon as possible.
Yeah, that's especially in online games, hosting tournaments. Sometimes you do face these issues, such as packet loss. But hopefully, we're ready to go in. I think we are.
Now to count the boys in, and out they come. Final game in this series. I hope that Lai Shoguns has taken a deep breath on this one, reset themselves, because that was not the best they've played that last game, and I know they can do better. I want to see a really, really even match out of this one. If Danquo plays as well as they did in the last one, and Lai Shogun shows up at the rate that I know that they can, we should see a really good one out of here.
Yeah, but on the other side of that spectrum, it's impressive to see reverse sweeps though. So if they do pop a reverse sweep, I'm gonna be super excited for that. Because they were 2-0 down, if I'm not wrong. They were, right?
Yes.
In the series,
so.
yeah. So even if the game was a close game, Danquo could reverse sweep them, and there's nothing they can do about that.
Absolutely. Now Bunny is under this. Fisio will send it downfield as Clausey gets under this one. Looks to the flick, gets it over Hassian. Raftoang now with the big whiff. Not a lot of power on that shot from Squiggly though. And Fisio will be able to save it fairly easily. Clausey gonna get under it now. Send that out to midfield. Bunny will tap it down. But back to the backboard it goes.
That was a chance for Raftoang though. I think that was Claus getting demoed. He had an open goal there. I don't think he was ready for that shot though. So he's going to take the opportunity as here comes Squiggly. Picks up this corner boost. Gets blocked by Fisio. This second touch. Almost sneaking it in there. Bunny saving it.
Squiggly leaves that one down to Clausey. Might be a good opportunity actually. 1v1 situation
Squiggly.
basically. A big miss by Squiggly. He's definitely suffering here as the toll of that last game seems to be showing up. But yeah, if he can get a little bit more confidence and put those shots more on target, they've actually been fairly dominant this game in possession, and it's only because they can't get the accuracy on that they don't have more shots on board right now.
Yeah, so both teams now have missed very good chances on both sides. 2 minutes down, and here comes another chance, but straight to Squiggly. Like we said, possession this time towards Lai Shoguns. And I think, compared to last game, they've done it again. They've slowed the play down. There it is. There's the result of slowing the play down. Good demo. Bonnie sends it to the backboard. Who got demoed? I couldn't see, but that was a clutch demo. Bonnie in the bottom corner.
Looks like it was Fisio got demoed away there, and yeah, just making that into a 3v2 for that short moment on attack. Opened up that goal just enough for them to be able to do something with it, and they're up by 1.
Yeah, so they have composed themselves so far in this game. They have taken that chance, and they are leading. So the confidence boost is needed, and they do have it right now. Danquo have way too much time to come back in this game.
Squiggly gonna run back now as Clausey tries to get under it. Really doing well there to push that out of their corner, but a very fast challenge by Raftoang, actually nearly getting him a little bit of an opening for a dribble goal, but it's not to be as the defense comes in fast. That 1-goal lead should be really, really good for the Lai Shogun team. They didn't get a whole game for a goal for the entire game last game, and to have one now and for it to be the goal holding them up on top of this match is definitely going to swing the confidence their way.
So this is still a close game. Both teams have 6 shots on target, but Light Shoguns have 6 saves. They have saved every single shot coming from Danquo. How frustrating must that be, Gex, to have every shot saved? Not even miss. Every shot is saved.
Oh, absolutely, and it can be a game changer because the more goals you have saved on you, the more frustrated you get and the more risks you take to get those shots to work, and it can end up opening up the goal for the opponents if you panic too much and try too hard to make a goal out of every touch. So now, though, looking actually fairly good for Danquo as they push on this blue side. But Light Shogun's able to push out now as Raftoan gets possession of that ball. Good 50 by Squiggly, gets it back to his possession. Passium can't get a touch as Fisio sends it down. Looking for the touch, but Bonnie off that corner does well. It's now a slightly open goal. 3 members of Danquo ready to take shots, but too much defense just ready there and waiting. And it will go back to the orange side.
I think this is a perfect game 1 of the series. They're playing super slow and methodical once again, Gex. It's just nice to see. They've gone back to the playstyle they know that works. They've slowed it down. They haven't shot much themselves. They've only shot when they know they can. That's another chance for Claws. Another chance for Squiggly. Both of them coming very close. 5 seconds to go, Gex. If they can keep it in the orange half, they've got this.
I like what I saw out of that then, actually. The blue side coming out on top, and it was once again good decision-making that came out on top for Light Shoguns.